What's going on, everybody? It is your man Cleveland Terry, and right now I am streaming to Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Find out how I do it now. Let's go. Today we are back with another exciting tutorial, again talking about streaming media, but more importantly, bumping up the production a notch, and we're going to talk about multiple streams at the same time. So if you saw my last video, which can be found here or located in the description below, and you were fortunate enough to get OBS working with Yellow Duck, and now you're posting on IG, that's fantastic. I've seen a lot of your videos. They are amazing. Keep them coming. Appreciate you. But a lot of people had another question after that, and they said, this is great, but how do I get it on Facebook? How do I get it on Twitch? How do I get it on YouTube? How do I get them on together? So today we're gonna talk about exactly how to make this thing happen. And for a lot of people, it's gonna happen at no cost to you. Now, for a lot of people, IG was the place that you wanted to get your mixes in. It was easy, you had a lot of exposure to a lot of people, but as we all know, IG is really big on copyright restrictions. A lot of people were getting kicked off, so then they started asking, well, where else should I stream my music? First off, before we move into that, I just want to say, if you want to know a little bit more about how to kind of avoid copyright restrictions and copyright bans, check out my video here. I did it right after the last video, but for a lot of people, it might help you kind of avoid being kicked off so quickly. You're still gonna get kicked off. Everybody gets kicked off of IG, but maybe using this way can get you there a little quicker. Okay, now what Restream does is it takes your one video feed and broadcasts it to everybody you want to broadcast to. So that means that for the one stream you're doing for Facebook, you could also be broadcasting to Twitch, you could be broadcasting to YouTube, you could be broadcasting to Mixer, the list goes on and on. Restream is going to help facilitate that. So you're probably thinking, oh great, I gotta use another service to broadcast, that's gonna be expensive. And the answer is, the short answer is, not necessarily. For some, it might cost you a few dollars, but for others, and for the masses, I'm gonna say, you probably don't have to spend an additional dime. So let's take a look at Restream. Now, under the standard services, as you can see here, you have a number of possible channels that you could broadcast to. Live, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, LinkedIn, just a whole bunch of things. Here's the thing, and this is the most important thing, because this is the difference between whether you are paying for the service or getting it for free. If you are a regular person that just broadcasts to, say, your personal Facebook Live, maybe your Twitch account, maybe your YouTube account, this is not gonna cost you anything, because you are able to post on any of these things, as many as you want, for free. The way they get you is when you want to do a second stream on the same channel. So let's say on Facebook, you're broadcasting to your Facebook Live personal page, but then you have a Facebook fan page and you want to broadcast to that too. Well, that's two streams on the same channel, and that's a no-no. You're going to have to pay the upgrade fee. The upgrade fee, $19.99 a month. Not a lot of money, but for what it can do, you might find a use for it. But if you don't broadcast to two different channels or have a custom RTMP, which is a custom stream key, then you're fine. Here's the caveat. IG and Yellow Duck are gonna require a stream key that's custom. You're going to need to pay the $19.99 fee. And let's be for real here, okay? When IG is all said and done, IG is a temporary thing. We can't look to that to go in the future, because right now they don't actually have any available APIs that can be used from a personal level. I mean, what we're doing with Yellow Duck is going around the rules. So let's go over to Restream right now. I'm gonna create an entirely new account. That way you can see exactly what you're going to experience once you go to the site. Okay, so now we've created the account. Right off the bat, it's gonna give you your top 4 ones that they think that most people are using. Facebook Live, your Twitch, your YouTube, and your LinkedIn. And for the most part, it is true, although I don't know anybody that's using LinkedIn, but that's just me. So let's go to Facebook Live, since it is right there, and let's connect to Facebook, asking me if I want to stream to my personal profile or my Cleveland Terry fan page. Personal profile, hit save, and now we're free to add more channels. Now, again, we've done all of this And as you can see the little upgrade button, we don't have to pay for anything just yet. On your initial page, you have all of your channels. You can toggle them off, you can toggle them on. You can do, for instance, I only want to go to Facebook, or I only want to do Twitch today, or I want to do Facebook and Twitch. You have that option of choosing. Now here's the cool thing about this. If you start off with a channel and you've only selected maybe Facebook, if later on you want to add Twitch or Periscope to it, once you toggle them on, it's actually going to activate the stream, and then those other channels will work. So it's not like you have to shut down the stream and then turn it back on again. So that's really, really cool. Restream has created a brand new key for you. You're gonna take this stream key and you're gonna go into OBS. I've already created a profile stream, and you're gonna go into your settings, go into your stream, and then copy your stream key to this. Hit OK, and you are done. Now, when you go to post, all you have to do is start the stream, and Restream is going to send all of those videos out. Easiest way to stream. Now, let's take a look at some of the caveats, because we haven't really talked about IG yet, or some of the things that you need to be aware of before you do this. For instance, on your Facebook stream, when you add the Facebook channel and you go through the settings, you need to make sure that you give Restream the right to post publicly. Because if you don't do that, every time Restream posts, it's going to be locked to your friends only. Keep that in mind, it's really, really important, or else every time you stream, people are gonna be like, I can't share it, and you gotta go into your settings while you're DJing and then change that from friends to public. Your titles are technically universal. Now, when I say titles, basically when it broadcasts, it adds a title to the broadcast, and it also adds in their little Restream line item there, because it's free, so they have to find some way to promote too. So you have to create a title. If you don't, it's just gonna say title, and that's gonna be weird. So you can change it to whatever you want. This is a test, and then you can update all, or you can do it individually. I just prefer to do it all. And now, as you can see, it changed them all to this as a test. You can also do social alerts. So every time you post, and it's going to send out a blanket, hey guys, somebody's on live right now, go check them out. So that's a cool thing to connect to Facebook and have, especially if you are promoting to your fan page and you want everybody else that's not on your fan page, maybe your personal account, to go to your fan page. Well, this is an easy way to send that notification to get them over there. I'm performing live. Come check me out. Any page that you are managing within Facebook, you have the option to send this notification to. And the last thing that people are gonna have questions about is, well, I'm streaming to all of these places. How do I talk to people? Well, that's where the Restream Chat comes in. So once you download the Restream Chat, which can actually be done from within your OBS, and if you look at some of Mojax's videos, you can see that he posts his Restream text on his page. So everybody has access to that. And you have options. You can either open up the browser and you can see all your streams from there, and nothing's gonna populate until I go live. And then when I go live, whatever account I'm live on is gonna show up. Now, this is the browser. It's big, it's bulky. There are better options here. Now, what I prefer to do is use the actual app and do that instead. And the reason that I prefer to do that is because with the app, I can use my other computer to make comments while I'm DJing instead of having to keep going back to here to see if there's any comments, looking at the browser, or I can have it right here. The personal page has a tendency for Facebook to go read only. So even though all the other ones work just fine, the Facebook fan page works, YouTube Live works, and Twitch works. The personal page does not work, probably because they want you to pay for the service. So I can't reply to my Facebook personal pages. I can see the comments, but I can't reply to that. So if that's the case, just have one little phone or iPad sitting over here that's just on Facebook only, so you can reply. But for everything else, I can reply right from here, and it shows everywhere I'm replying to, and you have the option to reply all, which means if somebody posts on YouTube, when you hit reply, it's going to put that comment on all of them. So if you're gonna do it that way, the best way to do that is to turn on the bot activation, which basically pulls in every comment and posts it simultaneously to all of the channels. So if somebody posts on Facebook, that post is gonna show up on the Twitch feed, and so when I reply, it's gonna show up on both. That way, at least the conversation makes sense. I'm not just replying to random people out of the blue. Now you got everything you want. We are good, except we don't have IG here. Well, that's where upgrading to the fee comes into play. If you want to stream to IG, and I say that because there are some caveats to streaming IG and everywhere else that after you see it, you may not even want to do it. For $19.95, you're gonna have to choose between your fan page and your IG. So for some people, not a big deal because you use your personal page anyway. For me, a little bit of an issue because of that. Neither here nor there. We're talking about you guys, not me. Okay, Yellow Duck creates temporary stream keys for their service. Now, once you put in this custom key, yes, you can change it. This is a lot more work. Let's log in. Oh, by the way, in case you forgot, if you're not following me on Cleveland Terry, there's a problem. Cleveland Terry with an underscore, just like this. Now, as you know, IG's dimensions are not horizontal, they are vertical. IG, it shouldn't be the focal point of your stream. The ones that natively shoot horizontal are the ones that you should be using. Your Facebooks, your YouTubes, your Twitches. Set up your layout, set up your design to support those first. If I use my IG layout, well, this is what you're going to end up getting. So this is the way IG sees it when it's set to their parameters. If I go back to my setting, then we have a problem because now it's all jacked up. Because IG is not your focal point, we don't want to put any emphasis on how this looks. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our normal stream, which is like this, okay? Got my name, got this, got my tip jar, blah, blah, blah. Now, the best way to do this is because the moment I hit stream, it's going to show up on here, basically cropped out. So it's going to take what it considers to be the correct dimensions and it's going to shrink it down. So all the information that's on the sides of this, meaning this area and this area, are gonna get cropped out. So if we do it this way, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like, I'm only showing just this initial part right here. So the best way to get your full actual turntables into play here is to just back the camera up. Now that I've backed it up, that's all the people really care about. They want to see you mix and use the actual turntables. So you're still gonna get what you want out of this, but now you have to deal with the extra real estate on the screen, which we're gonna talk about right now. I've created some additional areas that Instagram won't see, but YouTube and Facebook and Twitch will see. Plus, it maybe gets people off of Instagram onto those larger ones, since Instagram is likely gonna kick you off earlier than YouTube's and the Facebooks will anyway. All right, so let's turn on some things that don't really matter right now. So we're gonna turn on Periscope. So now let's activate Twitch. Looks like everything's moving the way it's supposed to be. I'm not getting any delay. All right, let's go to Restream. Okay, so on my Restream, I have Cleveland Terry, the Twitch app, and I have the Periscope. This is a test. All right, and it's posted to both of them. Hello, this is a test. Send it out, pops up here, pops up on my main screen right here. So that's perfect. Now I can reply. And then there we go. So it's communicating with everybody. Later on, it will be communicating with YouTube when I'm on there also, and the same thing with Facebook. Only on the fan pages, not on your personal accounts. And IG, don't even think about that. You're not gonna be doing any replying from IG because you're not supposed to be on there in the first place. The trick is you have to be creative with your layout when you're using it with IG. I wouldn't personally pay the $19.99 just for IG, but if you're using a Facebook public page, then yes, I would pay the fee because it gives you access to that. You can't have that access without it. In the grand scheme of things, it's not the most expensive thing you pay for a subscription fee monthly. And you know, at least for the time being, while we're under these in-house restrictions, maybe that 20 bucks a month is gonna save your sanity a little bit here. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you found what I said here useful, hit that like button. If you found what I said here really useful, hit that subscribe button. Always a pleasure. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace. Also, another question was asked was, am I doing everything from my one computer? And the answer is no. I'm actually using two computers. I got one right here and one right here. My DJ computer's over here. My OBS system is over here. Now I do this because it just takes a lot of stress off of the one computer, knowing that this one's gonna handle all of the big stuff and this one's just gonna handle my DJing. I'm not gonna have any issues with applications trying to compete with one another. Another thing that you have to realize is that if you are doing OBS and you're outputting from your S9 mixer, if you're using one computer, there's the potential for you to get, well, that control tone that just sits on top of your music, and that's really, really annoying. So to avoid that, you only have two options. One option is to get another sound card, your iRigs, the M-Box, as I mentioned before. Those all work using that as your output, and then you no longer get that control tone, or use a secondary computer to handle that. Problem solved. The computer I'm using right now for my backup is the MacBook Pro, the 2012 Retina MacBook Pro. It's a quad core processor, nothing big. It was top of the line in 2012, now it's just average. The other computer I'm using is the 8-core 2020 16-inch MacBook Pro on this side. So I know that it could handle all the pressure, but I'm just not trying to do that to myself. Okay, one more. If you are using OBS and for some reason you're getting errors, you just can't seem to get it to work properly, make sure you check in your Mac security settings and make sure you've approved them to have access to your computer. If you don't approve them, a lot of the things that you're doing are going to be blocked, and a lot of people are having issues because of that. So just keep that in mind. And I'm saying this right now because I just want to be clear about things. I love to help, but the thing I am not is your IT department. So there's only so much that I can do myself and that I can spend time working on. So Google it. I'm sure somebody's had the same problem, they can give you the same answers, because if I'm not having those problems, it's gonna be really hard for me to help you if I'm not exhibiting the same issues that you are. Also, I'm using Mac. So if you DM me about Windows, I can't help you. I don't use Windows. So Google is your friend. Remember that, Google is your friend. It helps everybody. Helps me, can help you too.